What's up? It's Coaster Dev, and for my first video on YouTube, we'll be looking into what Kings Island will be getting in 2020. Stay tuned. Yo, what is up, guys? And so today I'll be taking a look at Kings Island and what their next potential ride would be. And I see a lot of videos talking about this from coaster enthusiasts of all sorts, but with it being my native park, I'm gonna put my ideas out there, and what I have at number one may surprise a lot of people, but I have heard it been thrown around out and about. So yeah, let's just hop into my third option. Number 3, a flying coaster. And I say a flying coaster because if you think of it, they just took one out, and a flying coaster is always a cool thing to have and your lineup of coasters. And to me, I really enjoyed Firehawk. Around the couple of last bank turns, it really made you feel like you were flying. I mean, that was the concept of the ride, and I would say it succeeded. I'm thinking they'd add a bigger and more exciting one, though, a world-breaking one. As you're seeing on the screen right here, I believe I threw up a video of a flying coaster. Something of a concept of this sort would really just add to the coaster lineup that they have already. But with it being in the third spot, I do find it the most unlikely, even though it's the one that I push for the most. Number 2. Yes, at number 2, this is actually where I'm going to put my Giga. Now, the GP enthusiasts, they all want it. They all want it. They really do. I don't see it happening, man. I really don't. I mean, there's a very high possibility chance that it does, but I just feel like my number one coaster would fit the park way more better than a Giga would. Really, this is like the betting favorite to be added to the park, and my gut's telling me it's not going to be a Giga. Now, do I think that first of all, a Giga wouldn't even be a great spot to put in the very back of a park. Mainly, you'd want that in like the center of a park as the main attraction, but they already have Diamondback there and Station and whatsoever. What you would want in the back of a park is actually my third option, and my first option, my bad, pardon me, and that's why it is the first option. It's really hard to put the Giga at second just because there's so many fan theorists and everything going out there, and there's a video on the screen of a Giga. There are so many fan arts and videos of coasters that they made up of what they think the Giga will look like. And I'm sorry to say it, folks, but I do not think we will be getting a Giga in 2020. Number 1. Yes, my number 1, which you have all been waiting for, a wing coaster. Now, why do I think a wing coaster? Well, actually, I have multiple reasons of why I believe it will be. First of all, it is a perfect location for a wing coaster to be put back there with all the shrubbery and everything in the woods. Zooming through the woods on a wing coaster, sign me up. Also, the Kings Island, they could set so many records. There's not that many. They're looking for a world record setting coaster, and there's not that many challenging records to break in the wing coaster department. Expect a wing coaster to be the easiest to break a world record with, and it's going to be cheaper than a Giga. And my main selling point on this one now is the fact that right up the road, Cedar Point, I think it's called. Yeah, Cedar Point has a new wing coaster, right? And if you've been looking at the Cedar Fair tendencies, what they like to do is drop a coaster that's a world breaker, like what's it called? I can't remember its name. They just added a new wing coaster in Cedar Point, though. I do know that for a fact. And they like to break the record the next year with the chain of their own. So they like to set records and then break them the next couple of years with their own coaster, so they can hold the world records in the US for stuff like that. There's really not too many other facts to back up a wing over a Giga, besides the fact that my gut is telling me we're getting a wing, and it's a perfect location for a wing. The only way a Giga would move up to number 1 on my list is if the land clearing gets way more intense. But as you can see, a wing coaster takes up a lot of space. Don't underestimate. I'm out.